If you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6 and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. These words are often attributed to Nikola Tesla and they fascinated millions. But what did he mean? To understand this, we need to explore a concept known as vortex math. Take the number 1 and keep doubling it. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128 and so on. Now reduce each answer to a single digit. You get a repeating sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5 over and over again. But something strange happens. 3, 6 and 9 are missing. In vortex math, 3 and 6 form their own loop. 3 doubles to 6, 6 doubles to 12, which reduces back to 3. And 9 stands alone. Multiply 9 by any number. Add the digits together. And it always returns to 9. Because of this, many numerologists view 9 as a symbol of completion, creation and unity. In fact, if you add the numbers 1 through 8, you get 36. And 3 plus 6 equals 9. Think of it like baking a cake. The numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7 and 5 are the ingredients, the flour, sugar, eggs and butter. But 3, 6 and 9 are the recipe, the instructions. According to proponents of vortex math, material reality emerges from the interaction between these two sides, with 9 acting as a balancing principle and 3 and 6 representing complementary forces. Some interpretations associate 3 with the mind, 6 with the body and 9 with the spirit. Together they form a complete cycle, a pattern believed by some to underlie energy, waves and the fields that shape our reality. Is this hidden mathematics of the universe, ancient symbolism, or simply fascinating numerical patterns? What happens when you apply 3, 6 and 9 to geometry, directions and three-dimensional space? And why did Tesla find these numbers so fascinating? Take a circle, it contains 360 degrees. In vortex math, 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. No matter what angle you take, the result will be 9. Now look at the major angles: 45 degree, 90 degree, 135, 180, 225, 270 and 360. Reduce them using digital root arithmetic and they all return to 9. Why? Because the circle represents a complete cycle. Now take a look at directions. North is 360 degree, south is 180 degree, east is 90 degree and west is 270 degree. Reduce them and once again they lead back to 9. Even if you keep halving the angles, 45 degree becomes 22.5 degree and then 11.25 degree and so on. The pattern continues. Some vortex math enthusiasts say that 9 is a self-similar axis, the stable center, similar to the z-axis in a three-dimensional coordinate system. The x and y-axis form the plane where spiral patterns expand. Imagine a tornado. The swirling motion occurs horizontally while the central column rises vertically. In this interpretation, 3 and 6 represent alternating or complementary forces revolving around a constant center 9. Nature is filled with spirals, hurricanes, tornadoes, galaxies and seashells. A logarithmic spiral keeps the same shape as it grows. The x and y directions describe the expanding pattern spreading outward, while the z-axis is the central third, which acts as the stable center around which everything wraps. 3 and 5 are the opposite forces or alternating states revolving around 9, which remains unchanged. As our Earth is three-dimensional, so it also applies here. So, is 3, 6 and 9 the hidden geometry of our universe, or simply just a fascinating numerical pattern? What do you think? Coincidence or something deeper? What if I told you time isn't linear, it's cyclical? Take a look at this clock. There are 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and 60 seconds in a minute. Now watch closely. A full circle is associated with 6, half a circle becomes 12, reducing to 3, while 9 appears as a constant principle beyond the cycle itself. In a 24-hour clock, you can observe a repeating oscillation involving 3, 6 and 9. The cycle completes 8 45-degree movements, creating a rhythmic patterns that repeats over and over again. But numbers are more than quantities. They have temporal, spatial and volumetric qualities. The number 3 could mean 3 seconds, 3 years or the third day. This suggests something more profound. Space and time may be the different expressions of the same underlying reality. Now let's talk about 9. In many esoteric interpretations, 9 is where everything begins and ends. Space and time move in spirals, in curves, and in cycles. Yet 9 stands apart. No matter how many times you multiply it, it always returns to itself. It never loses its identity. An atom is 99.999% empty space. It is a mini black hole where electromagnetism is radiating out in exchange of gravity going into 9. This is because it is emanating in a straight line from the center of mass out of the nucleus of every atom and from the singularity of a black hole. As our universe is fractal, as above so below, It applies to everything as well. The 9 demonstrates the omni-dimension, which the higher dimensional flux emanation called spirit that always occurs within the center of the magnetic field lines. The number 9 lines up from the center of the infinity symbol, and it is from the center that linear emanations we call spirit flow from the center of mass outwards. Spirit is what makes everything else warp around it. Without the spirit, the universe would become destitute and void. Spirit flow is the source of all movement. Because of this, some traditions view 9 as the symbol of completion, unity, and singularity point from which creation emerges. Even the famous yin and yang symbol can be viewed through this lens, not as duality but as trinity. 3 and 6 represent the two opposing forces, and 9 is the curved path connecting them. The hidden mediator, the balancing principle. Perhaps reality isn't built on opposites at all. Perhaps it's built on thirds. Because what we perceive as duality may simply be the visible effect of a deeper trinary structure operating behind the scenes. Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh shows us that our universe is a cycle repeating itself in order to change. In the earlier videos, we've discussed how nature expresses herself in spiral vectors. The symmetry of the decimal system is a principle of nature. The oscillation between 3 and 6 around 9 creates a pattern of 39669339. This pattern is the clockwise spiral motion of a proton, and when you reverse this pattern, you get an anti-clockwise spiral motion of an electron. The 9 axis causes the doubling circuit, and it is the point towards which matter converges and away from which it diverges or expands. Thus, the polar number pairs will be the mirror images of each other, both flowing in opposite directions from the central axis. There is a perfect symmetry wrapped around a single point, coiling outwards, the way that petals are wrapped in a rose or a nautilus shell spiral outwards. The same way, electromagnetism is produced in a coil. The nucleus of an atom acts both like a black hole and a white hole. The event horizon of a black hole is the region of space-time, but anything that drops into it can never come out, not even light. The white hole acts as the opposite. It spits out everything and nothing goes in. The same way, a magnet attracts and repels each other. As we all know, electromagnetic field and light can be bent by gravitational force. Light in the universe will not escape because there is too much mass and it will go from one star to another and come back. This is what was depicted in Hinduism. A triangle has 3 angles, the masculine energy pointing upwards and the feminine energy pointing downwards. When these triangles merge, they form a Shatkona, which is a 2D representation of a torus. Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh forms a trinity, merging with the feminine energies Saraswati, Lakshmi and Parvati. When you combine all of them, you get 6 plus 6 plus 6, which is equals to 18, which reduces to 9. In the end, you get 3, 6 and 9. So is 3, 6 and 9 the blueprint of our universe.